and welcome back to my channel for another iconic 60s makeup tutorial. I have done so many 60s looks and they're my favorite to do, but in like 10 years I've never done Sophia Loren. So here we are. I hope you guys enjoy this look, and I didn't use historically accurate products, but I did pick a bunch of modern products that have a very vintage feel to them. So hopefully you get some inspiration for new beauty products if you're looking to shop, and I hope you guys enjoy. Thumbs up if you do, and subscribe for more pop culture videos, and let's get into it. A big part of Sophia's look in the Arabesque shower scene is her gorgeous tan, so I've applied Loving Tan in dark. And we can't forget skincare. I've been loving Herbivore. It is kind of expensive, but I got hooked on their face oil. And make sure you are just very hydrated, as well as your under eye area. This will always help with makeup application. I recently got the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Hydrating Primer, applying that to the skin, and then I was planning on using the Armani Silk Foundation, but I decided I didn't need as much coverage and I went with Rare Beauty instead. I love this foundation, and a beauty tip from Sophia Loren is to have a tan so you can skip out on foundation, but sun damage is real, so I went with a fake tan. And then to try to emulate her beautiful bone structure, I took an OG product, the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, highlighting my chin in kind of a square shape, as well as my jawline, and you really want to highlight the center of your face, the ball of the cheek, up the cheekbone for a Sophia-inspired look. To make the contour bold but still seamless, I'm going to layer products. First, a tiny bit of the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer in Honey, and I have a video with Too Faced over on their channel where I use these concealers, so I'll have it linked in the cards. And the cheekbone shape is high through the top and then lower in a rounded shape towards the mouth. Speaking of really cute vintage-inspired products, this is the Pretty Vulgar powder, and it comes with this adorable pink powder puff, really fun to use, and it sets the face really nice. I used a touch of Chanel bronzer to try to blend in where I drew on a fuller hairline, and then the Kevyn Aucoin contour powder, again, building up little by little. You can of course skip contouring steps, just enhance your own features however you like. I just do this part for fun as a bit of a challenge to try to look more like whoever I'm recreating, but we are different ages. I have a very round face shape, so it won't be exact, but still fun to try. And then the nose contour, I like to do a little shadow underneath when anyone has a longer nose than I do. If you want to go more intense, you can also enhance your nostril shape, but obviously this one is not a daily step. I'm just trying to get that iconic Sophia look. I really like her nose. I think it really stands out. And then with the Charlotte Tilbury highlight in Spotlight, add to the cheekbones, nose, and chin. And then brows, Sophia shaved hers off and then would draw little upward strokes to create a full shape. My brows are pretty full, so how I'm recreating this look, I'm gonna add a couple strokes at the front of the brow because mine start a bit lower, and that way you'll see some of that feathery effect. But too many of these strokes throughout my natural brows and they end up looking too bold. So I'm brushing them up, popping in some hazel contacts that are appearing a bit more green over my blue eyes, and let's move on to the eye makeup. First step, you want to use white liner, or if you want to go less bold, you could use a champagne shade or a peach, and draw from the waterline up towards the tail of your drawn-on brow. I mainly use this Dior palette, and with the matte latest shade, pack onto the brow bone, and then taking the matte gray shade and a bit of the peach, I'm blending into the first half of the crease. It's picking up a bit warmer, and it's nice to have a slight bit of warmth when working with grays and taupes. All over the lid, I'm using the deepest shade in the palette, and Sophia would use a cream black all over the lid, but I'm not a big fan of using cream shadows on myself. I feel like powder, I just have way more control. I prefer to build it from light to dark, so this is how I went about it. Taking the taupe and packing onto the lid, and then when I get closer to the crease, I'm bringing in a bit more of a silvery taupe shade, blending towards the wing. You want to keep the depth on the lid closer to the lash line, and I'm not blending too far up. You want to have the brow bone appear bright in contrast to the deeper lid. Now that I have the base shade, go with a matte black shadow and draw a line from above your outer corner crease in a straight line into the center of your crease, and blend this black closer to your lash line. Also add some of the matte black smoked under the white liner. And now it's time for bold gel liner. I decided to go with this one by Pretty Vulgar again. Look at how cute this packaging is. It totally reminds me of Harry Potter. And follow that white line again, starting to build up through the center, And I found this product was really easy to use, but I haven't seen how long the gel lasts, so if you have tried this one out, let me know how long it's lasted you. I'm gonna make sure I really keep that lid on there. With the tiny pointed brush creating a point in the inner corner, with more of that gel black liner, accenting the inner tear duct, and then following really close to the bottom lash line and flicking upwards underneath the white liner connecting to the upper wing. With the black again, I'm deepening up that outer corner, making sure right under the bottom wing that it's smoked out a bit, but that the black line isn't too thick or harsh. It's definitely heavier on the top lid than the bottom. Using my favorite Barbie lash curler, I love Barbie collabs, and you want to get as much curl as you can before going in with mascara. This is the Gucci mascara. I use it pretty much every day, layering this on the top and bottom lashes, and with the top lash line, the middle lashes to fan upwards and have a lot of curl. I've done a couple coats and apply a set of outer corner lashes that start right after the middle of the lid so you still see those fanned out natural lashes, and then tilt the end of the band slightly upwards following the gel liner and not your actual eye shape. This will extend the eye shape, make them look wider, more almond shaped. While the lashes are drying, before I add more mascara, let's do the lip shape. Go with the bold V. And I overlined my top lip a little bit, since in my case, my top lip is quite a bit smaller, and then extend your lip line a bit further than your bottom lip. This to me reminds me of Mila Kunis for some reason, and then I'm lining my bottom lip. I actually think they look quite a bit alike, in this shot anyway. And you can go two directions with the lip look. For the actual scenes I was watching, her lips looked very vibrant peachy pink with a gloss, but then in still photos they looked very pale peachy nude, so I'll show both. I went with Sunset Lover by Charlotte Tilbury because it's quite bright on me, and Sophia liked to use lipstick on her cheeks, so I decided to use the same lipstick as blush, and then a pink gloss from Scott Barnes to add more pink to the peachy lip. I'll have this towel set that I'm wearing linked down below from Amazon, and I love the bathroom in the scenes that I'm inspired by. Comment bathroom goals as the pop culture password, and keep on watching because I wanted to share how you can create a retro Sophia Loren hairstyle to go with this look. We're not going to keep it in the towel. And here's the second lip combo, because in the scene it definitely looks peachy pink all the way through, but in this very famous photo, her lip looks very nude. A pigmented gloss. This is Too Faced Lip Injection Glossy in the shade Milkshake, and applying that to my lips. My favorite nude lipstick is Nude Kate, but I wanted to go with something a bit lighter. And in this version you're seeing, because I did film this on 2 separate days, I deepened up the eye with more black liner, bit more black shadow to the lid. And now let's take off the head towel, and as you can see, I stuffed it with toilet paper. This was so it had a fuller appearance, like a thick towel. And let's see what we can do with this messy bun. I found this really unique top. I wish it wasn't so short of a crop top, but in Arabesque, she wears this sheer black dress that has like feathers at the bottom, and I thought the sleeves kind of gave the same vibe. So I'll have it linked down below if you like this top, and all you gotta do is put your hair in a super high ponytail. I fill in my hairline, by the way. I'll use a matte dark shadow, and then I'm gonna pull up the top of the pony for a bit of volume at the front. Here's the photo that I'm referencing, and this is really similar to another recent 60s tutorial. You loop a piece of your ponytail forward and create a bit of a pin curl, pin on either side with bobby pins so that it stays in place. Now we have all this length left over, so create another pin curl and shorten your hair as much as you can so that you're left with one hanging piece that is going to become a bang-like section. I'm curling my hair with the Barbie Steam Pod by Revlon, and I love this thing, especially to straighten my hair. It's so fun to use. I love that it's pink. I have a really low setting on here, so it's not like giving it a perfect curl or anything, but I just use a bit of heat, curve it in, and then set with hairspray before creating another pin curl with a curved end for that front detail. There's like 2 curls on each side. And the rest of the style, create a bit of teasing and create loops, making sure that you pin on either side of the loop around your head so you get a big fanned out bun, but the pin curls lay a bit further down to the back and sides of your head. It could have been a French twist at the back, I'm not sure. I just completed it with these loops, and it looks like a bun up top at the front, but the sides kind of taper down so you don't get a distinct bun shape all around. These thrifted earrings have come in handy. I wore them in the Ariana Grande REM beauty review, and I wore them in several videos now, but they do hurt. And you can always find really cute vintage jewelry on Etsy or Poshmark. That's my favorite. And if you want to see more hair inspiration, check out the 3 heatless hairstyles with black bows that I did. Super trendy right now. Or if you're looking for more of a modern makeup look, check out this Kendall Jenner inspired tutorial I did last year.